Hello and welcome to Pronunciation 101 for the Camino. My name is Sarah. I'm an online Spanish teacher, and this video is part of a booklet called Spanish Survival for the Camino. And it's basically a booklet that's going to guide you through the most common conversations in Spanish so that you survive while you're here in Spain and try to make the most of your stay. So today I just wanted to introduce the most important sounds in Spanish. This is not a very in-depth study of phonetics. It's just an overview of the most common sounds that cause trouble when speaking Spanish. And I'm just going to walk you through each sound with some examples, and hopefully you can practice and improve. So let me start by showing you some of the letters that cause problems. They are these ones on the screen, and we're going to be seeing why. So we're going to start by the most basic and probably the most important. It's the vowels A, E, I, O, U. We only have 5 sounds in Spanish, so it's pretty simple, I think, compared to English, where we have tons of them, and we never merge them together. So it's just those 5 that you have to remember. And I've put a little donkey because there's a kids song with the donkey, burriquito in Spanish, and it's a funny way to try to practice with them. So I'm going to show you some examples of these letters in words. So we have aeropuerto, aeropuerto. Notice we don't join, it's not e, it's aeropuerto. So we pronounce each one of them, which means airport. Idea, idea, pie. So idea and foot are idea and pie, pie. Notice then every sound is pronounced even if it's at the end of the word. This is unlike French, for example. If you've had some French training, probably you're going to want to say the last word as P or something like that. It's pie. Okay, moving on to letter B, which is exactly the same as letter V. They're identical twins in pronunciation. So you will not hear a difference. Let me show you some examples. We say vino, which is wine, ventana, which is window, vale, which is okay. Vino, ventana, vale. Next up, letter ñ. It's that little trait on top of letter N, which marks our identity because the word España and español contain this letter and it's unique to Spanish. So let me show you some other words that contain this letter. We have año, año, which is year, caña, caña, which is a beer, a small beer that you order in the bar, and baño, baño, which is the bathroom. Moving next to letter Z in English, so letter Z and CECI. This in northern Spain, and it's the variation of Spanish that you're going to hear if you're walking the Camino or most of the Caminos. It's the th sound. So it's like a TH in English. It's putting your tongue between your teeth. And let me show you some examples. We have ciudad, ciudad, which is city, zapato, zapato, which means shoe, or centro, centro, which means center. Up next, letter G, and in Spain, it's also in northern Spain a letter that we pronounce with a lot of emphasis, so quite strong. It's so letter J and GE and GI combinations, and it's the sound G that comes from your throat, such as cleaning your throat, like. Let me show you some examples in context. We have gente, gente, which is people, gira, gira, which means turn, and cajero, cajero, which means ATM. Moving next to letter Y or double L. In Spain, it's pronounced as a single letter, as a Y. And as I say, it's like when Y decided to split into two. So in your mind, you can replace the double L with a Y. Let me show you some examples. We have billete, billete, which is ticket, calle, calle, which means street, llave, llave, which is the key. Next up, letter ch. It's also a combination that here in Spain is always strong. So it's ch, It's like cha-cha-cha, the dance. So let me show you some other examples. We have derecha, derecha, which means right. Champú, champú, which means shampoo. Chocolate, chocolate, which means chocolate. Another letter that causes a lot of problems, it's this R letter. So be mindful whenever there's a word with the letter R to pay special attention to how it is pronounced. We have two sounds for letter R. I'm not going to go into many details, but I'm just going to show you some examples so that you can hear the difference and you can try practicing. Remember, in Spanish, letter R is just behind your teeth. If you want further explanations, let me know in the comments and I'll do a short video about how to pronounce letter R. But some examples here. We have caro and carro. Can you hear the difference? Caro, expensive. Carro, the shopping cart here in Spain. It doesn't mean car in Spain. It just means the shopping cart, the small one. Pero, perro, but and expensive. And the last one, restaurante, restaurante. When it's at the beginning of the word, notice even if there's only one R, we're going to make it roll, so it's going to be a strong one. Restaurante, which means restaurant. The only letter in Spanish that went missing is letter H. It's the only letter we will never pronounce. It's just as if there was nothing in there. Let me show you some examples. Hola, this one you know for sure. You never say hola, you just say hola. Alcohol, alcohol, which means alcohol, or hotel, hotel, which means hotel. So notice this letter is completely missing when we're reading the text. Other combinations that sometimes create a silent letter, it's letter G, U, E, and G, U, I, G, and G. And it's like a double agent, as I'm saying here. So let me show you some examples. It's espaguetis that you went missing, guitarra, albergue, albergue. So this U disappears because it's just letting you know that it's not going to be the sound that we saw before, so the strong letter from the throat, but a soft one. Espaguetis, guitarra, albergue. This last one, very useful for your camino. I've heard it mispronounced so many times. So it's albergue, 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 which means hostel. And the last one, I promise, of the difficult letters, it's letter Q with U. Same thing as in the one before. It's just letting us know how to pronounce the sound. So it's like a combination that can never be divided. Q, U, it's going to be the sound K. So like in que, which means what. Let me show you some other examples. We have quiero, quiero, which means I want. Aquí, aquí, which means here, and queso, queso, which is cheese. So I hope you found this video useful. Of course, you're going to have to practice much more. I'm going to be giving you some more exercises in the following weeks. And just before we leave, I want to add a little extra bonus point for you. It's the name of my town where I live at the end of the Camino de Santiago by the sea. You can see it's beautiful. But when pilgrims come here, they're always wondering, how do I pronounce this? Let me guide you through it. It's Mu, Shi, A. So the U sound, as we saw, it's letter U, Mu. So far so good. Letter X here in Galicia, it's a special sound. It's sh. So a soft SH sound. So mushi, mushi. That's letter I in Spanish, mushi. And then letter A separate. As I told you, you pronounce every vowel separately. So mu, shi, a. Mushia. I hope you found this useful. I look forward to hearing from you, and I hope you're making use of the booklet. As I said, I will leave a link in the comments if you haven't heard about it. I hope you enjoy it, and if you have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to answer. Nos vemos.